This is gonna drive the Bitcoin bull in 2025, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this beautiful world, whenever you're watching this video. Welcome to 2025 and welcome to the Bitcoin family channel. For the newcomers, my name is Didi. A beautiful new door just opened. The year of 2025, the year of possibilities, opportunities, love, happiness, health, and everything else that I wish all of you guys. Now, in today's video, not walking on the beach, I don't have too much time. January is going to be a very busy month for me, so I'm just going to tell it now already up front. The videos will be like a little bit shorter, like 15-minute format videos in January, as I have my parents-in-law, my sister, my anniversary, a VIP weekend, etc, etc. So it will be short but powerful videos, and today is gonna be the first powerful video, yes, because massive news that I'm going to share with you, massive amazing charts that give you an outlook for 2025 and an inspirational quote to make your 2025 even more special. Let's jump into the news first. Bam! The news for today, guys, is about a magic word. The magic word for 2025 is Bitcoin reserves. That is going to be the magic word. And that magic word is also going to drive the Bitcoin bull market in 2025 to an insane top. Conservative between 120 and 160. If we are a little bit more bullish, 160 and 240. And if you want to go all the way like moonshot, then it's going to reach around $400,000 per Bitcoin, guys. But I will keep you up to date on that with the charts. But the secret word for 2025 is going to be reserve. Bitcoin reserves. The United States is going to lead by adding Bitcoin to their reserve capital. And I think El Salvador already did that, of course. And I think now I saw a news item about Hong Kong wanted to add Bitcoin to the reserve. And I saw also a news item about Switzerland now, that there needs to be 100,000 signatures by the people to propose that there will be a Bitcoin reserve at the National Swiss Bank. So this word, that Bitcoin reserve, is the thing that's going to drive this massive bull market, as I believe all those countries are going to follow. I do think that they will see that Bitcoin is the best performing asset. And if all those countries worldwide see that the United States is doing that, you know, they're buying 1 million Bitcoins, that's the goal, of 200,000 Bitcoins each year for 5 years in a row. And if they see that the United States is doing that, and other countries are doing it, like El Salvador, like Brazil, like Argentina, you know, like Switzerland, like Hong Kong, then that will become this ball snowball that keeps rolling and becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. And all those countries are not going to buy 1 Bitcoin or 2 Bitcoin or 10 Bitcoins. They are going to buy 100 Bitcoins or 1,000 Bitcoins. So that will mean that the demand for Bitcoin is going to be increasing tremendously because of the worldwide country, governments, kingdoms adoption. And to be clear, there is not going to be more Bitcoin created every day. It's still going to be the same fixed amount for the next 4 years of new Bitcoins being created every day. And that's only going to change from the year 2028, the next halving, and then there will even be less new Bitcoins created daily. So this all means that those countries, those governments, those kingdoms, those rich companies, whatever they are, they need to buy the Bitcoin off the market. Not my market, as I'm not selling to them, but they need to buy it off the market, as they can't buy it anymore from the miners, as they already sell all their Bitcoins daily, probably, or hold them till the bull market up. So there's no new Bitcoins that can be bought, only old Bitcoins that can be bought. The demand is growing tremendously. The supply is staying the same or even decreasing, as we see more and more people getting their Bitcoins off the exchanges, which will lead to this explosive move in the price upwards. Because when that price then goes upwards to 120, 160, then there will be people that will be willing to sell their Bitcoins for 120, 150, 160, and then that new demand can be fulfilled. So that secret word for 2025 is definitely going to be Bitcoin reserves. We're going to hear it all over the place. We're going to see more countries adopting, putting Bitcoin as a reserve capital on their balance sheet, and that will lead to massive, massive hysteria and demand, guys. And that is why you should subscribe now to this channel, because I will keep you up to date on this news, but also on the demand, the supply of Bitcoin, the indicators that will tell us when to exit the market, as there will be a moment, guys, there will be a moment that the Bitcoin price goes that high that a shitload of people want to take profit, and that will lead to a crash again of 50 to 60%. Even if all those countries keep buying, the crash will always be there, as at the moment retail is still king. ETFs, companies, and all of those together is around 10% of the Bitcoin supply. That 90% is still among us, the retail, the emotional people, the greedy people. So when the Bitcoin price goes up, that 90% has more power in dumping the price than those 10% in total at those companies and the spot ETFs. Please be aware of that. But again, the price run, that massive run, is going to be driven by that beautiful keyword, Bitcoin reserves. And yes, I already have a Bitcoin reserve since 2017, when we went all in and we started to treat Bitcoin as our core capital. Yes, we spent Thai baht, but if we have a little bit Thai baht over, bam, back into our core capital Bitcoin. And that is how we treat Bitcoin, as our reserve, as our core capital, as our safe haven, as our store value, as the gold of the 21st century. And yes, we also treat it as money, as we pay our daily bills, always with Bitcoin. We try to pay the houses, the groceries, whatever is possible, the flights, everything directly with Bitcoin. So it's also a form of money for us. And I know a lot of people are going to discuss now that's impossible. It is not impossible, because we have lived unbanked now for 7 years with a family of 5 and a dog, traveling all over the world, 42 countries without a bank, unbanked. Unbanked. A true Bitcoiner is unbanked, in my opinion, because the money that you hold on the bank, these are the real hardcore shitcoins. They are being printed out of thin air, no tokenomics, no white paper, nothing to back them. There is shit, nothing. It's like air. That is your fiat currency on your bank account. So these are the shitcoins. Everything in crypto at least has a white paper, at least has some tokenomics, at least is transparent. That is why I prefer crypto over any fiat shitcoin, and that is why we as a family treat Bitcoin as a core capital, because that one is trustable. I don't need to trust any third party on how many more they print, how many more they whatever do there, and tax and that. I don't need to trust the third parties. I don't need to trust centralized governments. I don't need to trust centralized banks. I don't need to trust centralized retarded people that want to fuck me up. I only need to trust Bitcoin, as that is a distributed, decentralized ledger that we all can trust without leaving the trust in the hands of those that want to scam us. Now, that was the news for today, guys. Let's jump into the charts to show you what is happening to Bitcoin today. Bam. The first chart for today, guys, is this 4-hour chart. Look, I told you every time we dip into this green box, I'm going to add to my portfolio, because I think this is near the bottom price, like 90 to 88K. I told you guys, this is what I will be buying. And we are up again. We had a long signal on a buy signal, I need to say, on the 4-hour chart. So that means there is a buy signal. A candle was closing above the yellow stepping line. The blue line was about the Y line, above the Y line, and we were still very low at 40 levels. And we can also see here the green line is on top at that same time, here in the bottom. So this means there's a quadruple confirmation. There was a lot of green in the charts. The only thing that there was also a little bit blue on the bottom, which is not the most positive part, but that's also what you can see. Here was the confirmation of the trade, and then again, the green was on top, fully green, blue line above the white line, candles above the yellow step line. So that would be a beautiful short-term trade in the 4-hour chart. Of course, you can use this indicator setup that we use at the Bitcoin family also on like 15-minute charts or whatever charts you want to use, guys. A resistance, of course, 95K, strong resistance over there. Here a little bit more resistance at 97K, and then the rest of the resistance is above 100K. So let's see if we can break these resistance or that we pull back one more time. All good. Normally in the first week of January, we see a dip after the 7th of January. Let's see if that still happens, or that dip that we just saw already, this 15% massive dip, 15% dip, if that already was the correction that normally happens in January, but now happened earlier, as everything in this bull market is happening earlier, like an all-time high before the halving was also the first time ever. So maybe this was the first time ever that crashed around Christmas periods of time, guys. Now, zooming out, you can see something really cool. The month just has closed. Now we are going to focus on this monthly candle close. Look, this candle over there, because that candle is going to give you the opportunity to win one of the 10 t-shirts I'm going to give away on this beautiful first video in 2025. I'm going to give away 10 Bitcoin t-shirts, like this one, for example. You know, run BTC, whatever you want. You can order them in a store. You'll get a coupon code, and with that coupon code, maybe you didn't see the shirt, there's a really cool one. You can order those shirts with 100% discount, guys. Now, The only thing you need to do to win one of these shirts is comment down below today's video, what is the name of this candle and what does that candle mean? So the name of the candle and what does that candle mean? That is what I want to hear. What is this red candle that looks very bearish to many? Maybe it is bullish, but what is this red candle's name and what is it going to do with the Bitcoin price? Let me know in the comments. I'm just going to show you what it did to the previous couple of times that we saw that candle on the chart. Now, let me show you a few times so that you already know what I think that it will do, but you need to decide. This is one of the candles. It also looks like that one. Very similar. Then we have one over there. Very similar. You know, we have one over there. Very similar. So let me know what you think, what kind of candle this is, that one over there, and what it will do for the bull market. Now, zooming out, guys, you know what my target is. My target is between 120 and 160, and my target ends somewhere here in September 2025. That would be a beautiful top, you know, and also beautiful line with the distance of all these tops that we have seen in the bull market cycle. And when we zoom out and look at the full chart, you know, that is just how the Bitcoin bull market progresses. I'm going to zoom out more because I also predicted already on this chart where we will go from there, guys. What's going to be the next bull market top, or where is going to be the next bull market top and where is going to be the next bull market bottom. You can see it all on this chart, guys. Maybe even more information like this. Bam. There we have it. Full chart. Amazing, guys. My face is a little bit in the wrong place, but I'm not going to change it. I don't have too much time today. Let's jump now into some amazing other charts that you need to see in the beginning of 2025. And the first one is this one. This one is telling us that at the moment we are still pretty safe. Why? Because the long-term holders, they started to sell, but not that much yet. The short-term holders, they started to buy, but not that much yet. When the supply of long-term holders and short-term holders meet, like when this one goes up tremendously, this one comes down tremendously, that is mostly when the bull market top is in, because then there's too many short-term holders, too less long-term holders, so that will lead into a selling more, and that will lead into a Bitcoin bear market. That is why I've been telling you there will be a bear market again. Look, every time when that happens, around that period, that's the top. Around that period, that's the top. When they come very close, that was the top. These didn't touch each other, but you know what I mean. You know, this was a double top, so they did when this was a distribution top, so it couldn't go that deep, it couldn't go that high, but normally they come pretty close to each other. And when that happens, guys, believe me, there will be another indication of the bull market top. So some educational value over there. Now, the next chart I found on Twitter is from Ali Charts, I think. Yes, this one is Ali Charts. I use his charts more often because I just really like the simplicity of his charts, and I'm completely in line with his charts as well when it comes to tops and bottoms and all of that stuff, guys. Now look over here, that red line, that is the MM, this is Maya multiple 2.4. That MM 2.4 till now have every time told us, hey, the top of the bull market is in. You should start to sell. Every bull market, when we crossed that line, that was the top area. That was the area where the most risk is, where you should take profits. Now, we are not close to that line yet. And that line, to be very clear, if I draw it to left, is just below the 200K. Let's say 160K. So that is where I think that we would be going, 160K. That's my target. So if we go there, yes, I will definitely start to take some profits. Now, and when are we going to buy back? We are going to buy back when the price again comes between the green and the blue line, or purple line, whatever color you think it is. We can see clearly on this chart that we don't have a top yet. Also here, we didn't reach the top yet. We are not near a top yet, guys. It's going to take a little bit more, okay? Amazing chart. Now, do we have more charts? Yes, of course. Bam, over here. This one also telling us, hey, the top is not in. Very simple chart again. It shows us, hey, where are we at the moment? No, after the halving, we had a beautiful halving movement over there, just like we had there and there and there, guys. And then we broke the all-time high. You can see there comes a moment that we break that all-time high of the previous bull market. We broke that all-time high, and we are just hovering above that. Every time when we break that previous all-time high after the halving, look what happens. A massive run up to that red line. A massive run up to that red line. A massive run up to that red line. And yes, decreasing profits. We can see that the distance becomes smaller, and it was bigger over here, even bigger over there, a little bit smaller over there. And if you reach that now again, it will again be a little bit smaller, but that line at the moment is still 239,000 US dollar per Bitcoin. So that could be the target for Bitcoin, if you be a little bit more bullish than what I think, okay? If you just run into that red area, that's somewhere, well, my target is 120 to 160,000 US dollar. Amazing chart, amazing. Now, of course, this chart, I'm going to repeat this chart more often because you need to understand where we are at the moment in the bull market cycle. We are there, where the black line ends. From that moment, in all other bull markets, we never went down. We only kept going up. That is where we are now. So if you ask me, should I buy still Bitcoin now at 90K? Yes, as I believe we will only be going up in the next like 10 months, September-ish. And from there, we could go fall down a little bit, pump up again a little bit, and then in 2026, that full-blown bear market is going to happen. So these next 10 months, still a massive opportunity to make profits if you buy Bitcoin now at these prices. I don't believe in a crash to here. I believe in a continuous bull market all the way of 2025, all the way till Q4. So September, maybe there will be the top, or October, or November, or December. That's like Q3, Q4. To keep it simple, the indicators will give us an indication, and then when that will be there, I will share it with you guys. That was the last chart. Let's jump into the next part. I hope you really enjoyed the charts. Yes, short but powerful, but that is my outlook for 2025. This was not the end of the bull market. The end will be around September. It will be an amazing top. Again, if I'm very conservative, it's going to be between 120 and 160 there. But I will tell you, of course, and keep you updated within all these videos. So make sure you hit the notification bell, you subscribe to this YouTube channel, as I want to reach 100K subscribers as well. So that's the second goal for me, aside of my health goal. Second goal, 100K subscribers on YouTube. That would be like terrific. That would be like orgasmic. That would be like amazing. Is there something bigger than orgasmic? No, orgasmic. Guys, let's jump into the inspirational quote now. Bam. My inspirational quote for today is not an inspirational quote. It's a question to you guys. Are you done with swimming against the stream? You know, are you really done with that? You know how tough it is to swim against or up a stream? It's the toughest thing that you can do. It will make you tired. It will make you grumpy. It will make you depressive. It will make you maybe even die. Like, if the stream is too strong, you die. Why do you always choose to swim upwards, up to the stream? Start to swim with the stream. Start to feel how relaxed it is to just be floating like this in the stream while the stream carries you to all those places that you should be carried to. That is what we refer to with life. Keep flowing. Get into that flow that will bring you to all the positiveness, happiness in your life that you deserve. But if you keep fighting that flow and keep doing all that stuff that is not making you flow with life, you will not find that happiness and that health and all that stuff as you keep swimming against that stream, against the flow. You go against everything that is supposed to happen to you. You're going against it. Now try to make 2025 the year of swimming with the stream, going with the flow. So just let your life, let your gut feeling steer you in that direction that it wants to steer you. Don't fight that. Don't fight that. Don't come with all those excuses why not. If you feel from the inside, let's give an example, just a simple example, because I can relate to that. If you feel from the inside that you don't like your job anymore, that you want to go and travel for a year, that you want to discover the world because you know you're now in that age that you can still do all that cool stuff. If you feel that really hardcore, don't start to find excuses why you shouldn't do it. Maybe I will lose my job. Yeah, but I don't have money. Maybe, I won't like it if I start. Or maybe, or my family, or my mother, or my father, or my sister, or my brother, my friends, my dad. Yes, you can come up with 1,000,000 excuses, and those won't help you push forward. They will pull you back. Stop making all those excuses. Start to swim with that flow. Your whole flow, your whole energy is telling you to do something and you're fighting against it. That is why you get tired. That is why people get burned out, because they fight against what life is giving them. Say yes to opportunities. Say yes to possibilities. Say yes to things that arise in the day, to do something different than normal on a day. Just start to say yes to all those things that will lead to your happiness, internal happiness, not materialistic happiness, short-term happiness, new iPhone, new car, new house. Yeah, happy for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe with the house 2 years, and then that happiness is gone, you want something bigger again. Materialistic happiness, not talking about that. I'm talking about internal happiness. You going with the flow, with the stream, not up the stream, not against the flow, not against universal energies, with them. With them, adapt to that flow, adapt to your feeling, and just give that feeling a chance in 2025. If you would do that, I am sure that your life will change completely, and that you will be thankful to yourself in 12 months' time that you took that choice, that you made the choice to change life by following your gut feeling and connecting to that worldwide universal energy flow that you should be connected to. I really believe in this. Stop finding excuses. Stop saying no. 2025 is going to be yes. I'm going for it. I'm going all in. I'm going to change life. And whatever happens, at the end, I can always go back to my safe haven, find a job again, and etc., 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 guys. My opinion, the chance is 10% that you go back. And whatever happens, at the end, I can always go back to my safe haven, find a job again, and etc., 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 guys. My opinion, the chance is 10% that you go back, 90% that you keep living that new lifestyle, guys. That was the inspirational part for today. I hope you really enjoyed today's video. If you did enjoy the video, then give the video a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. What do you think about the news, the charts, and the inspirational quote? I'm going to wish you an amazing 2025, guys, full of love, full of happiness, full of luck, full of health, full of orgasmic moments. I don't know how you think about that, but I love orgasmic moments, full of all the positivity that I can give you and wish you. I wish you all of that, guys, and I hope that you will help me bring this channel to 100k subscribers. I hope we will meet somewhere in the future, that we can have a chat and a drink about Bitcoin, blockchain, and life. Yes, guys, that was it for today. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and share it with one person that you meet today. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow again. Bam.